we decided to switch anyway, and then let's see what they are going to do here. So they do have another Ice Beam, so I think staying in with the Azumarill would have been a better play there. And they go for Play Rough, which Ice Beam would be doing super effective damage, so Play Rough is definitely not the right move. And this Azumarill is low enough that we can go for a Drill Peck. Shadow Zapdos just hits so hard. And then it's that Registeel in the back, and then we've seen how much damage this Thunder does. And if you guys run Zap Cannon on the Shadow Zapdos, I'm pretty damn sure it's gonna one-shot a Registeel from full health. So we don't have any shields left, and if this is a Focus Blast, it will KO. If it's a Flash Cannon, we still have a little bit of health left, and we're able to get to this last second Drill Peck. So I bet everybody's wondering, did Shrady get to rank 10? Well, let me tell you, the answer to that question, which you are asking, is an answer that I will tell you now. Shrady did. What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Doris, coming back for a third time to tell you all about Shrady doing something in Pokemon Go. I don't know what the hell he's been doing, but I'm supposed to tell you whether or not he's getting. You know what? Let's go to another screen and see if we can figure it out. Okay, this guy over here, I think you guys know who his name is Dr. Dre. Now, if you don't know who Dr. Dre is, well, shit, you're in the wrong channel, boy. Alright, let's, yeah, some stuff. You know what? I can't do this. Shrady, go ahead. Bruh. Okay, I don't know what that was about, Shrady did not get to rank 10. No, Shrady, he got to like 2890, and then he was all excited about getting up super high. This was days ago, by the way. The videos I've been posting were recorded last week, so I did not get to rank 10. I got up to 2890 something, and then over the course of 2 days, I went from 2890 all the way back down to like 2550 because I used so many different teams. First of all, I was trying to get videos for y'all. Second of all, I couldn't find a team that was like, it worked for me. And also, I've been dealing with a lot of depression issues, and that's been making me pretty bad at the game. So, not getting to rank 10 this season, but I'm okay with it. The skill-based matchmaking for next season will be a little bit easier on me. So, let's go into what we're going to be talking about today. I forgot to do the intro. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shrady, blah, blah, blah. So, we're going to be talking about Shadow Zapdos today. Now, Shadow Zapdos, you're going to need an Elite Fast TM to use this properly. Charge Beam is just not going to cut it. Thunder Shock generates energy very, very quickly. It is a Mud Shot clone, so if you guys know about Swampert and how fast you can get to Hydro Cannons, it's the same deal with Shadow Zapdos. Now, I wouldn't recommend using your Elite Fast TM on a Shadow Zapdos, but I would recommend using it on a regular Zapdos. Shadow Zapdos, I've had some very, very interesting losses with Shadow Zapdos. I lost to a Venusaur that was going Frenzy Plant. I think it was a single moved Venusaur that only had Frenzy Plant, and I lost to that Venusaur in the 2-shield. And then I also lost to an Azumarill in the 2-shield when I was going straight Thunder. So, you know, obviously you do need to bait sometimes, but you would think that in the 2-shield Zapdos would win no matter what move it's going. But yeah, so regular Zapdos on the other hand, regular Zapdos is going to do the job, I think, a lot better. Shadow Zapdos is already super squishy as it is, especially in the Great League, and it's just even squishier with the Shadow bonus or debuff on it. So let's take a look at the team that we're going to be talking about today. It's going to be Azumarill in the lead with Bubble, Hydro Pump, and Ice Beam, and then I got Shadow Zapdos in the back with Thunder Shock, Drill Peck, and Thunder. You can run Thunderbolt or you can run Zap Cannon. Either one is fine. They're all good moves. I just like Thunder. It's like right in between Thunderbolt and Zap Cannon when it comes to damage. And then we've got Galarian Stunfisk in the back with Mudshot, Earthquake, and Rock Slide. So I did these battles on my girlfriend's account. She wanted me to get her to rank 7 so that she can get that Elite Fast or Elite Charge TM. I can't remember which one you get this season, but this was me trying to get her to rank 7, and she has a Zapdos fully powered up. I actually used an Elite Fast TM on my Zapdos as well, but I haven't given it a second move yet. Okay, so this is a pretty interesting matchup. If the Toxicroak lands a Sludge Bomb, then it's going to win the matchup. And they actually switch out into Jirachi. I considered throwing the Hydro Pump, but I'm going to switch into my Stunfisk. So good job, Shrady, for not throwing that Hydro Pump. And I'm going to go straight Earthquake here. And if they decide that they don't want to shield, well, you know, bye-bye Jirachi. Toxicroak, of course, is going to come back in, and we're going to let all of these Mud Bombs come through. And we're going to try to get to an Earthquake here, because again, we want them to be punished for not shielding. But either way, if we get a shield, that's also fine. And so we do get a shield, so that's pretty good for us. Now we're going to come back in with our Azumarill, I believe, because this Toxicroak has a lot of energy. Or maybe we come in with Zapdos. Yeah, we're going to come in with Azumarill because we've got an Ice Beam and a half already loaded here. And this Toxicroak's going to have to shield because it's very squishy. So we are going to let this go. If it's a Sludge Bomb, we actually will survive it. So it is a Sludge Bomb. We're going to switch out immediately because now the Toxicroak has no energy. And they also switch out immediately into a Registeel, and this is really good. So Shadow Zapdos and regular Zapdos counter Registeel pretty well. As you can see, that Thunder does so much damage, and we only have to go for a Drill Peck now, even though it'll be resisted. We are going to shield once here. We can survive a Flash Cannon and a Focus Blast. And then we were thinking about throwing the Drill Peck, but we're like, let's just build up to 2 Drill Pecks so that once the Toxicroak comes back in, we can just, you know, immediately throw a Drill Peck at it. So as you can see, we can survive that. We're thinking about Thunder Shocking down, but it's just unnecessary. So we're going to throw the Drill Peck. This will definitely KO, even though it's resisted. And then we go for another Drill Peck against this Toxicroak. And again, this will one-shot a Toxicroak because it's going to be super effective because of the fighting typing on Toxicroak. So Shadow Zapdos obviously can perform well. He did a lot better in Season 2 because Registeel was a huge part of the meta, and Zapdos counters Registeel very well. So... But in Season 3, there's so many Galarian Stunfisks out there. I use Shadow Zapdos as a safe switch in Season 2 because there weren't really too many things that could totally wall it. But Galarian Stunfisk, on the other hand, is a wall to Zapdos. So we pick up a good lead here, and they're staying in. This is just a Rock Slide. They're not even building up to the Earthquake. So we don't need to shield this. We probably wouldn't shield an Earthquake either. But, and they're going to switch out into Meganium, and we're going to soften up this Meganium a little bit with this Ice Beam. Now, we don't expect the Meganium to shield, so we're going to shield or throw this Ice Beam and then go into our Zapdos. And again, all of the moves that Meganium can throw are going to be resisted. Frenzy Plant and the Earthquake because of the flying typing on Zapdos, so we don't need to shield. Let's see how much damage this does, though. It's probably going to be a lot. It is a lot. So again, Shadow Zapdos is probably, I don't know if it's the squishiest Pokemon, but it is extremely glassy. And as you can see, because we didn't shield that Frenzy Plant, we actually get farmed down. So it's rough. It's super rough. So I think we're going to come in with Galarian Stunfisk because Galarian Stunfisk has a better matchup against Meganium. Meganium does beat Galarian Stunfisk as well as Azumarill. So we do shield in case it was an Earthquake, but it's just a Frenzy Plant. We're going to go for this Rock Slide immediately. Here's another Frenzy Plant coming through. This is going to do a lot of damage, but we're going to be able to tank it pretty comfortably. And then we were thinking about undercharging this, but it's going to KO. So, and it would be hard to Mudshot down just because it's, the Mudshots are resisted because of the grass typing. They come in with Swampert. This is not looking great for us. We're trying to catch a Hydro Cannon, but man, I hate the new system where you can't switch out on a charge move. So, and it's a Surf. It's a Surf, yeah. I mean, this is rank 6 in the end of Season 3, so we're going to switch and go straight Hydro Pump here, and if they don't shield, they're going to, yeah. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, there's no shields left, so yeah. If this is a Sludge Wave, it probably will KO. Let's see. It's an Earthquake, okay, that actually almost KOs as well, but this is fine because now we can Mudshot down, and we get a little bit of extra energy, and they have their Stunfisk in the back, and we are at an Earthquake. I remember when I was in the middle of this battle, my girlfriend was sitting next to me, and I was like, if I lose to a Surf Swampert, I'm going to be so upset. I was really mad that the Zapdos got farmed down by Meganium. That's ridiculous. But yeah, Shadow Zapdos, you have to shield. Even if it's resisted, you should just shield. Against a Registeel, you don't really need to shield because the lock-ons only do 1 damage per lock-on, which is not very much, so you can survive a bunch. Okay, obviously, worst possible lead here. We're going to switch into our Stunfisk because we don't want to go into our hard counter. Stunfisk is still going to lose against this Victreebel, but we should be able to get some shields here. And I should have built up to the Earthquake here, but this person is actually shielding the Rock Slide, even though it's very clearly a Rock Slide, so that's fine with us. And if we get both shields here, then hell yeah. So we do get both shields. This is actually really good for us. So, and then they throw their energy too, so it's even better. So now we can come in with our Shadow Zapdos and just go for the Drill Peck pretty much instantly, because again, even though the Razor Leafs are resisted, they're going to do a lot of damage. As you can see, they are chunking away, and this person switches into a Steelix, and my dumbass throws a Thunder, which is double resisted. So good job, Shrady. You really messed this one up. So should have just switched into the Azumarill right away. And this is, what is this move that it's running? Steelix. Okay, we're going to shield in case it's an Earthquake, I would imagine. It's a Heavy Slam that would also do neutral damage. And then we're going to throw this Ice Beam. This will be doing neutral damage to the Steelix because of the Steel and ground typing, just like Galarian Stunfisk. And then we should be able to bubble down here. And now we've got a Hydro Pump ready. But this Victreebel is definitely coming in. So it's that's the reason we threw the Ice Beam and not the Hydro Pump, because we wanted to have an Ice Beam ready for this Victreebel. And then they've got an Azumarill in the back, and our switch timer is not up yet. So we're actually going to throw this Hydro Pump to get this Azumarill into Thunder range. And then we're going to wait for this opposing Azumarill to throw its energy. And hopefully it's a Hydro Pump, or a Play Rough is fine too. It is a Play Rough, so that's really good. So now we can come in with our Zapdos, and these bubbles are still doing a lot of damage. It's ridiculous. Shadow Zapdos, you're so squishy. So obviously we're going to shield this because you could pretty much fart on the Shadow Zapdos and it would go down. Alright, so I'm going to go for the Thunder here, and this would easily take out the Azumarill from this range. So again, Shadow Zapdos good? Question mark? I don't know. It's not bad. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's definitely okay. It's just so squishy, and I really think that regular Zapdos is gonna perform a lot better. So it's up to you. I don't have a regular Zapdos that's in the Great League range, so I actually used mine on my Shadow Zapdos, but I kind of already regret it. And now I'm going to have to use 100 rare candies on it as well if I want to use it. But fortunately, my girlfriend already has one already powered up, so this is a pretty decent lead here. And they actually switch into Gallade. And I know Gallade is squishy in the Ultra League, so I'm assuming it's pretty squishy in the Great League as well. So we're going to throw this Ice Beam and then switch into our Shadow Zapdos. Or we're actually going to switch into our Stunfisk. Okay, kind of risky there, but we know this is just a Leaf Blade. It takes 3 confusions to get to a Leaf Blade and 4 to get to a Close Combat. Close Combat would probably one-shot this Galarian Stunfisk because it would be doing super effective damage because of the Steel typing on Galarian Stunfisk. And we go for the Earthquake. Rock Slide would be resisted because of the fighting typing on Gallade. This one could definitely be a close combat. They farmed up enough energy, and it is a close combat. And now we probably could have gone for the Rock Slide there, even though it's resisted. After you use close combat, your defense drops by 2 stages. So I think a Rock Slide would have been okay there, but we didn't want to take the risk. So they're going to come back in with their Azumarill and try to farm us down, I would imagine. But we can get off this Earthquake before we go down. And debating on switching out here so we don't get farmed down. But since we have a shield, we're just going to let it happen and probably come in with our own Azumarill. So this they can throw all of their energy onto our Azumarill. So we're going to wait until they throw a Hydro Pump. And it's an Ice Beam, but we decided to switch anyway. And then let's see what they are going to do here. So they do have another Ice Beam, so I think staying in with the Azumarill would have been a better play there. And they go for Play Rough, which Ice Beam would be doing super effective damage, so Play Rough is definitely not the right move. And this Azumarill is low enough that we can go for a Drill Peck. Shadow Zapdos just hits so hard. And then it's that Registeel in the back, and then we've seen how much damage this Thunder does. And if you guys run Zap Cannon on the Shadow Zapdos, I'm pretty damn sure it's going to one-shot a Registeel from full health. So we don't have any shields left, and if this is a Focus Blast, it will KO. If it's a Flash Cannon, we still have a little bit of health left, and we're able to get to this last second Drill Peck. So yeah, if you're the Registeel in that situation, Focus Blast is the better way to go. They're both resisted, but Focus Blast is going to do more damage. And it doesn't take that much longer to get to. So I think that's the last battle here, right? Nope, we got one more. Okay. So let's see how past Shrady does if he can go 5-0. Okay, so we pick up a good lead here. Now, if this Umbreon has Last Resort, it can hit us for neutral damage, but if it does not, which it only got to 4 Snarls, so 4 Snarls to get to a Foul Play. And then it's like, I don't even know, I think it's 6 to get to a Last Resort. But this is a very good lead because all the moves that Umbreon has besides Last Resort are going to be resisted. We're expecting them to switch out, but they're staying in. So I don't know, maybe they don't know that this is a bad lead, but let's see what they're going to do. They go for a Dark Pulse, so they don't have Last Resort, and both of these moves are going to be resisted. So this is a very comfortable match for us to be in. We don't need to shield anything, really. We might get a little bit low because we want to over farm a lot. Since we know both of their moves are going to be resisted, we're over farming a whole bunch. So we actually get to 100 energy here, and then we're going to throw the Ice Beam, which probably won't KO, but we don't want it to because we want to be able to bubble down. And then they do shield, and then we have another Ice Beam ready, and this actually probably will KO. Let's see. It does. And then let's see what they're going to come in with. So we win the lead, and we got a shield off of them, which is very good. They're going to come in with their own Azumarill, which is fine for us. And we're going to wait until they get off to a Hydro Pump and just let it go. It's not, I don't think it's going to KO unless it's a Play Rough. Okay, even if it is a Play Rough, now we can get to this Hydro Pump, which is going to be nice to soften up this Azumarill a little bit so our Shadow Zapdos doesn't have to do much work. And we actually switch into our Shadow Zapdos. Bad move, definitely a bad move there. And they switch into their Charizard, which is okay for us because we're going to be able to do super effective damage with the electric type moves because Charizard is a flying type. So we've got both shields, but as you can see, these fire spins are just absolutely chunking away at this Shadow Zapdos. Charizard is very glassy, so I think I probably could have even gone for a Drill Peck here. But just to be safe, we're going to go for the Thunder. No shields left on the field, so this is definitely going to KO. Yeah, I think a Drill Peck would have been fine there. They come back into the Azumarill, and we can't get to a Thunder here, so they didn't really need to throw their energy. They probably could have just bubbled us down. But this is okay. We're not out of the water yet. I mean, obviously we've got 2 Pokemon and they've got 1, so I mean, we're doing okay. We're doing all right. That Charizard basically just got, you know, eaten alive by the Zapdos. So they go for Play Rough. I guess maybe they're trying to bait. Did they have... Oh no, they have Play Rough Ice Beam, so yeah, this is... Definitely should go for Ice Beam. Ice Beam is going to do neutral damage against Galarian Stunfisk, whereas Play Rough is resisted because of that Steel typing. So, again, this is rank 6, so I'm not trying to be like, oh wow, look at me, I went 5-0. It's early ranks and it's late in the season, so there's not very many sweaty players down here, but it was a very nice break to, and I get up to 2286 for her. It was a very nice break to get away from the sweatiness. That was rank 9. Just needed to take a deep breath, you know, and be like, okay, let's go mess around with Shadow Zapdos for a little bit. But I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys got your goals this season. I hope you were able to get to whatever rank you wanted to get to, or whatever ELO or ELO, whatever you want to call it, that you wanted to get to. And if you didn't, that's okay. There's still next season. So don't give up. Keep on trying, and I think you guys will be able to accomplish all of your goals. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and take it easy.